All right, so now it is time to configure our business unit. As you've seen, we have created our business unit. All our business units will be listed here. We can go into setup from here or choose the setup from the menu on the left side. Both will lead us to the same page. On the right hand side of the page, you will see a disable uh, that will disable this particular business unit or enable it back. You can download the outlet QR code, which will embed the public URL for the customers to interact with your business unit. In Outlets Hub, the customer will always interact with the business unit, not the business. So wherever you want your customers to actually access or link up to your business unit, just download this QR code, paste it in your store or marketing paraphernalia. Below that, you will find multiple tabs that will allow you to configure this particular branch. So starting with the info, you can change the name and the documents, but you cannot change the URL and the code. So make sure you choose the correct URL slug and the code. You can update the documents that you want to assign to this particular branch and then submit, and all the information will be updated. Next, come to configuration. And in the configuration, first is the currency that this particular branch will operate in. So I'm going to change this to next, allow purchasing for the front office to do purchasing directly. And how do you want to display total in your e-commerce platform or on your e-commerce front facing store? It will display the totals including tax or without. Next, the prices entry. So how will you enter your prices for the product? Will you enter them as inclusive of tax or exclusive? The system will automatically calculate tax accordingly. Next, the prices display. So how the prices will display to the customer. So next comes the taxes. So if let's say you enable tax, when you enable tax, it will calculate the tax according to the settings above. Your tax registration number. So this tax registration number will then go on your invoices, and then tax calculation based on so the shipping address. So if let's say anyone who through the e-commerce, if they uh, create a cart or place an order, so how is the tax going to be calculated? So it is best to keep it on the shipping address. Then tax classes. Depends on how your country operates. Some items that will have a reduced rate, or some will have zero taxes. But these are default. You can change them. Standard, you have to keep the standard. You cannot remove this. But reduce and zero, it is optional. You can remove them, or you can add anything else, yeah, extra. So it's up to you. Next, coming down to the e-commerce, enable e-commerce. If you disable this, your store will not be visible online. Enable pickups. This allows the customer who will place an order from the app to come and pick it up. If you disable this, there is no point in enabling this particular setting. Enable delivery will whether you will give delivery to your customer or not. Then you have the shipping coverage. Do you prefer a third party to do your deliveries? So let's say, for example, if you are only a small fast food chain or a small fast food restaurant, you only do deliveries in in particular area or a specific radius, then you will choose area. If you are an e-commerce seller, so then your radius grows bigger. So in that case, you choose zone. So a zone allows you to define multiple countries, etc. Next, the shipping tax. So obviously, when if tax is applied, the tax applies on your shipping. So what is the mechanism for it? Do you charge standard or as per the card? Next comes the shipping prices display, inclusive of tax or exclusive of tax. So once you've done all these changes, click on submit and all the settings will change. The address is important. The address has to be defined for you to be able to actually be visible online and for the shipping, etc. calculations. So I'm just going to go to double click to mark the area and submit. Next, contacts. So let's say you can add multiple. Okay. So then comes the taxes. So as you've seen, the standard reduced zero. But these are different. All the taxes will be listed here. So if let's say add another one, which I just the extra VAT, and I submit, and I come back to the taxes, you see the extra VAT comes here as well. Let me just remove it back. Taxes and just the standard. So if you want to add your tax define, just give it a name. This will be, let's say, sales tax 15% standard percentage, and this would be 15. Enable it on your shipping. Is it applicable for all countries? If let's say you're only operating in a specific country, then obviously you just choose that. All states, yes, and then say. So similarly, you can define it for other ones as well. Let's move on to the shipping. Here, you can define your shipping. So as I have, I have opted for a zone or a zone. I can define multiple zones for it. Let's say Pakistan, let's say and all states, yes, save. So then when you click on this particular shipping zone, you can define its further shipping methods. From here, I can define, let's say it's TCS is one of the couriers in Pakistan, and then expected delivery. So let's say it's normal, a standard delivery is from 3 to 4 days. Enable free shipping. Do you want to give free shipping to your customers? And what is the threshold? So what is the minimum amount of order that uh, the order will be eligible for free shipping? So I'm just going to make it, let's say 10,000. 10,000. Now here are the rules. So you have to get this information from your courier that based on weight, what is going to be the cost. So let's say from 0 to about 0.99 gram or kilogram, whichever standard you have set in the main business configuration. It is going to charge me 250 from 1 to say 4.99. It's going to charge me 700, and so on and so forth. So once you're done with all your configuration, just click save, and your courier service is defined. So this is the concept. You first define a zone. Inside the zone, you have multiple shipping options. So if let's say I want to give them another option with the day O cargo, it's 24 hours. And I don't want to give them free shipping and wait from 0 to uh, say 99, and the cost will be 500 and 1 at 499. So this is how it is. So then it is up to the customer when they place an order, they can choose between the TCS or a Devo cargo as they see fit. You can define multiple zones. Let's say you want to deliver it through to the United States as well. Then all states, save, and then when you click, you can switch between this. So when I click on this US zone, I can define UPS, PCS, and then this is going to be from 14 to 29 days, no pickup, 0 to 5 kilograms, 15,000. So this is just a dummy entry anyway. You can edit these information at any time, and you can view them, whatever tools you have. You can remove them as well. Next, we come to the point of sale counter. Point of sale counters actually are the when the point of sale terminal try to access the point of sale, you have to define a counter so that they can actually log into a particular counter. So I will just call it C1. You can define as many counters as you like. For now, it is unchecked, but later on, it will be as per the